up the back straight. No one really trying to do any moves. So coming to the front straight, they'll get 6 laps to go this time around. Flick of the elbow there. So they come through and it's back to Akala Keeble. She's followed by Addison Tor, Megan Stevens in third wheel, then it's Annalise Murray. Second wheel, Isla Maidman. So Addison Tor, she goes into the wind up the back straight. Chat to some of the Bundy riders, some of you youngsters, to find out what the best way to ride up the back straight is at Bundaberg. I think it's protected and out of the wind is the best advice. Don't ride at all. Do a cruise camps and give up. As we roll through now, 5 laps to go. And still very sedate on the front. Isla Maidman will lead them through, followed by Hannah Parton. She's followed by Akala Keeble. Then it's Addison Tor, Megan Stevens and Annalise Murray. Now the pace goes up a little bit as they go out of turn 2. So they head into the wind. A little bit different to the 2 races we've seen so far. The ladies very happy to ride together as they head down the front straight, halfway done with 4 laps to go. Flick of the elbow, very sedate pace as we go through. That'll be Stevens on the front now. Now Murray takes over the lead. She'll be followed by Maidman. Then we'll have Parton. Don't forget to visit the Brothers Bulldogs AFL club in the canteen. They've got food going all day. Big thanks to them. Don't forget to put the sunscreen on and drink lots of water today as well. It's going to be a warm one. All right, now we go through 3 laps to go, 1.2 kilometres. And it's going to be Hannah Parton who leads us through. She hands it over to Keeble. Tor on her wheel. Now the pace starts to come into it. So Keeble, as she goes around 1 and 2, opens up the speed a little bit. Addison Tor up the back straight. She just settles it all down again. So Tor on the front. Now we've got Stevens will come through. She's followed by Murray. The pace coming right out of it as they round turn 3 and 4. 2 laps to go now. No one ready to make a move. But it's Murray who goes across the line first, followed by Maidman. Then it's Parton, Stevens, Tor in 4th wheel. Now we're starting to get some action around the outside as Keeble starts to make a move around the outside as they go up the back straight. 1.5 laps to go now as they come around. It'll be Stevens will lead them through turn 3 and 4 as they come in to get the bell. Stevens followed by Tor, and they're all out of the sprinters lane. No one wants to lead this one out. Everyone being very casual, bit cagey as they ride through. So Stevens will lead this one through, followed by Tor. Still no moves. Addison Tor moves into the sprinters lane. She gets out of the saddle. So Tor out of the saddle. She's followed closely by Maidman. But Tor gets a little bit of a gap up the back straight. She breaks the draft of Maidman as they come around 3 and 4. Addison Tor, she'll now get the wind at her back, a tailwind coming down the front straight. It's Addison Tor followed by Maidman as they make a line for the line. Addison Tor, Isla Maidman, Hannah Parton and Akala Keeble. Next up will be event 9, our women's A scratch, 10 laps. In our women's A, we have Danica Blinko, Quinn Kramer, Ella Liang, Courtney McGowan, Lauren Perry, Kalinda Robinson, Eden Sealy Cunnington, Victoria Smith, Emma Stevens and Sophie Watts. So the QAS riders out in force this morning. They're all lined up. On the front, Emma Stevens, good to see you up here at Bundaberg. Lauren Perry, I think she's moved up here from Tassie now, becoming a Queensland resident. So we roll off from the back. Victoria Smith will lead them out. She's followed by Quinn Kramer. Courtney McGowan there as well. Eden Sealy-Cunnington. Bit of a faster tempo for our A-grade women as they head around 1 and 2. So Quinn Kramer on the front, followed by McGowan, Sealy-Cunnington. 10-lap scratch race. Eden looking to make a move early as she rolls round her Doval teammate Courtney McGowan. So Eden Sealy-Cunnington, she's going to try and go on with it early. She's been now chased down by Emma Stevens. So Emma Stevens, Lauren Perry, they're going to try and make sure Eden Sealy-Cunnington doesn't get too far ahead. It's a big call. That means they know Eden's a good rider. They're not going to let her go. Lauren Perry on the front now. She rolls up the track. As the ladies come through, they'll get 8 laps to go. Ella Liang on the front. She's followed by Victoria Smith. Rolling through now. Into the front was Kalinda Robinson. Now she hands over to Sophie Watts. Lauren Perry back on the front now as well. Girls taking short, sharp turns on the front as they head down the back straight. Okay, perfect. Yep. As they come through now with 7 laps to go. On the front, that's Quinn Kramer. She rolls off. She hands over to Stevens. Hands over to Sealy-Cunnington. She's got Perry there for company. Tempo definitely gone up over the last lap. Right down the front straight they come. Lauren Perry rolls up. Girls all line astern as they come down the front straight. That'll be Sophie Watts on the front, followed by McGowan. She hands it over to Danica Blinko. Followed by Victoria Smith. Vic Smith not going to leave Danica's wheel. Up the back straight they go. Back to Lauren Perry. She's got Ella Liang on her wheel. Down the front straight they come with 5 laps to go. That'll be Quinn Kramer on the front, followed by Emma Stevens. Stevens now in the lead. She flicks the elbow. Sealy-Cunnington goes through. Everyone quite calm and cool, calm and collected up the back. Sophie Watts on the front, followed by Ella Liang and Lauren Perry. As Lauren Perry rolls through out of 3 and 4. They get 4 laps to go. They're over halfway through their 10-lap scratch race. Good early morning hit out for our A-grade women. Victoria Smith still stuck to Danica Blinko's wheel as McGowan rolls up. Now it's Quinn Kramer. She comes through on the inside. Our handicappers having a very good look at the A-grade women. Just take them all off scratch, I think, boys. That'll work. That'll save you some time. As we roll through again, no one taking a long time at the front, but now Sealy Cunnington, she jumps out of the saddle, and Lauren Perry responds. They're a little bit scared of Eden Sealy Cunnington. They've chased her down twice now, but back to the front. That looks like it's Sophie Watts. She's keeping a good eye on Ella Liang as well. They'll come through for 2 laps to go next time around. So Sophie Watts now, they've all decided Sophie's the one that's going to lead them through. Sophie's probably not that happy about that, but now we've got a flyer going around the outside. That looks like it might be Quinn Kramer. She's got there for company. That looks like Kalinda Robinson. Robinson now into the front with just under 2 laps to go. And they're all still together as they go round 1 and 2. Robinson still on the front. Sophie Watts will be happy about that. Ella Liang in her Panther-like position. She goes around the outside. They'll come around, lap and a quarter to go. They'll get the bell this time around. There it is. Now we start to see some action. So it's still Kalinda Robinson on the front. Lauren Perry and Ella Liang. They're starting to battle it out. But around the outside, that looks like it might be Blinko. Blinko goes around the outside. And battles now for 3rd and 4th. As they come down the front straight, I'm sure that's Danica Blinko. I missed the number. It is Danica Blinko, Lauren Perry, Victoria Smith, Quinn Kramer, and Sophie Watts. Now we move into our first handicap of the weekend. So don't forget, we're still on our day 1 of the program, event number 10. This is our under 11 combined, so it's a 500 metre scratch race. Handicap, thank you. So from scratch, if I can see around there, that looks like it will be one of the Bundaberg riders. Imogen Kemps. In front of her will be Chai Olsen. Then we've got Milan Klein, Whitfield Henderson Cunnington, and Emmeline Lawley will lead us out. She's got about a 50 metre head start over Imogen. Wait for the commissaires to be happy. And also for our A-grade women to leave the track. So just a reminder while I'm here with Louise Jones, once your race is over, you exit the track immediately on that lap. Commissaires are happy. Riders ready. And we're off. Emmeline Lawley off the front. Good push by Jim. So it's Emmeline Lawley, Whitfield Henderson Cunnington. Then we've got Milan Klein. Imogen Kemp's on her way around already. She goes around the outside of Chai Olsen. You have to handicap her by about another 20 metres as they come around. So it's Emmeline Lawley, Whitfield Henderson Cunnington off the front. Imogen Kemp's with a little bit of work to do as she goes up the back straight. Whitfield Henderson Cunnington, he decides he's going to go with it. They've got about 120 metres left to go. Whitfield out of the saddle now. It's Imogen Kemp's around the outside. Down to the front straight, Imogen Kemp, she'll come around the outside. Chai Olsen coming around the outside as well. Whitfield, can he hold on for second? So it's Kemp's, Whitfield, Henderson Cunnington, Chai Olsen, Emmeline Lawley, and Milan Klein. Oh, sorry. I just got a bit excited, Louise. Sorry. Yeah. Maybe I'm the handicap. All right, next up in our program, event 11, our under 11-13 combined with our under 15 girl, Ava Merritts. This is an unknown distance. We've got Judd Larkins, Matilda Kemps, Georgia Dowling, Evie Rose, Nathan Lawley, and Ava Merritts. So unknown distance, so only the commissaires know what we've got in store. So riders will have to either go for it and hope they can hold on for however long they have to hold on for, or stay in a bunch until the bell goes. So straight to the front, Evie Rose, Henderson Cunnington. She'll be followed by Larkins, Lawley, Dowling, Kemps and Merritts. Matilda Kemps looks like she's grown about 4 foot since I last saw her a couple of weeks ago. So they're all bunched up as they head down the back straight. So mystery laps or unknown distance. So the riders continue riding until they get their bell lap. Oh, so one of the evil commissaires is going to just decide randomly when to ring the bell. As we hang through, so Larkins rolls off. It's Dowling now in the front as Kemps is stuck to Larkins' wheel. Dowling rolls up. Merritts goes to the front. Lawley lined up behind Kemps. Larkins up along beside Dowling now. So on the front, it's Merritts followed by Evie Rose, followed by Larkins. Kemps now. Nate Lawley trying to get some speed from the track. Evie Rose leads us through. So Henderson Cunnington, Larkins, Kemps, Lawley, Dowling and Merritts. There's the bell. Larkins and Evie Rose straight out of the saddle as they go around turn 1 and 2. Kemps trying to get on the Larkins wheel as they go out of turn 2. Up the back straight, and it's Larkins. He's got Kemps for company. Evie Rose there as well. Lawley stuck on Kemps's wheel. Off the back now, Merritts and Dowling as they go up to turn 3 and 4. Larkins got the elbows out. Kemps starting to make a move around the outside. Lawley there as well. Evie Rose, Henderson Cunnington into the front straight. Has Larkins still got anything left as they head to the line? Larkins out of the saddle. Judd Larkins will take the win, followed by Kemps, Evie Rose, and then Nathan Lawley. Then it's Merritts and Dowling. Good racing there from our under-13s. Oh, her birthday. Yeah. Yep, I forgot though. I was meant to embarrass her on the first run. Next up, our under-15 boys, unknown distance. So riders, if you can see where Louise is standing, that's where we want you to line up on the fence. So as we go through in order, Nale Olsen. He's followed, I think that's Ben Greenwood. I couldn't see his number there. Jaden Milroy, Jack Muelling, and Nale Olsen and Anaroo Wilkins. Anaroo with that fancy red rim. Nale on the front with a white rim, I think, by the look of that. So unknown distance as Nale Olsen leads us through, followed by Ben Greenwood. Behind him, that'll be Anaroo Wilkins. They're followed by Jaden Milroy and Jack Muelling. As the boys very settled in their race. Nale not real keen to set too much of a tempo at the moment, but well in control of the race. Big thanks to our camera lady, Matilda, for showing us the riders up close. If you haven't seen the live stream, make sure you check it out. That's on the Oz Cycling YouTube channel. All the links should be on the Golden Bin Chicken and all the events pages. So Nale Olsen leads them through unknown distance. So Nale followed by Ben. Yeah. As commissaires give us a little bit of a scare and a pretend bell. So Nale followed by Ben Greenwood. He's got Anaroo Wilkins in third wheel there. Then we're followed by Jack Muelling and Jaden Milroy. The boys out for a Sunday coffee ride by the look of it at the moment. Very sedate, under 15. Surely the commissaires are going to make them ride a little bit longer than this. They haven't even warmed up yet. So still Olsen on the front, followed by Greenwood. Well, there's the bell just as Olsen moves up. So it'll be Greenwood who takes the lead. Olsen tries to go around the outside. He's followed by Anaru Wilkins. So the two Fraser Coast boys. And then I think that might be Jack Muelling coming up around the outside. It is, it's Jack. So three abreast as they go into turn 3 and 4. But it's still Olsen on the front, followed by Wilkins. So Olsen leading him into the front straight. Now around the outside, Anaru trying to get past. Olsen will come across the line first, followed by Wilkins, followed by Jack Muelling. Then we've got Milroy and Greenwood. Riders, if you can just come right up to where Matilda Pratt is. Lockie Chamberlain, this is your time to shine. Get straight on the camera. So under 17 boys. So again, an unknown distance. Lachlan Chamberlain, he's on the front. Reese Davis, followed by Will Emilias. Flynn Larkins there. Harry Dowling on camera now. GT, Big Georgie Tucker. No, sorry, that was Hunter Davis. Sorry, Harry Dowling after GT. Then we've got our Bundy riders taking up last wheel. Jack Parker and Rail Fish. So lead off now, it'll be Dowling lead them through. Unknown distance again. Dowling's decided to go early. Or is he just faking? It's Dowling out the front by himself into the wind. Could be a dangerous move, a good IP rider, Harry Dowling. No one willing to chase. Amelius decides he might go. So Dowling off the front by himself. So Dowling with about 50 metres over the rest of the pack. As he rolls through down the sprinters lane, that looks like it'll be Amelius. Now we've got Chamberlain giving chase. He's followed by Tucker. The Davis boys in there, followed by Larkins, Parker and Fish. Dowling still with about 40 metres, 50 metres maybe over the rest of the field. It's Chamberlain up the back straight into the wind, followed by Tucker. Reese Davis moves up, but it's Willem Elliott jumps onto GT's wheel. Now Dowling rolls across the line. At least 2 more laps to go. He's not happy about that. He's gone out there. He's got to stick with it now. As Tucker puts up the chase. Now it's over to Amelius. He's going to chase them down. He's got Hunter Davis on his wheel. Larkins there as well. Larkins inherits the lead up the back straight. They've still got Dowling in sight. So Larkins leads up the back straight. He puts a bit of pace on. He takes Chamberlain for company. Now they've got a bit of a gap. So it's Larkins and Chamberlain. Can they work together to chase down Dowling? And there's the bell. Dowling gets the bell. Chamberlain puts his head down. Larkins goes with him. George Tucker, Willem Elliott, Hunter Davis, Parker and Reese Davis. It's still Dowling with about 20 metres. George Tucker comes around the outside like a bullet. Up they go down the back straight. George Tucker straight on the Dowling's wheel around the outside. Willem Elliott goes with him. Around 3 and 4 they go. George Tucker gets the jump as he leads down the home straight. George Tucker, Willem Elliott, Flynn Larkins, Lockie Chamberlain. Great effort by Harry Dowling. 1 lap too much. Hunter Davis, Jack Parker and Reese Davis. And Rail Fish. Good job there from our under-17 riders. Moving on to our men's C-grade unknown distance. Jason Reed, Nigel Apps, Jason Tipple, Ray Smith. I think Jason Reed's gone to B grade. Nigel Apps, Jason Tipple, Ray Smith, Mike Templeton, Ewan Holzberger, Lars Olsen, and Daryl Mayman. As our riders roll off the fence. Holzberger, he's been sandbagging apparently to try and not get a handicap for later on. That may or may not be true. I don't think so. So Apps, Tipple, Smith, Templeton, Holzberger, Olsen and Mayman. On the front now, looks like Ray Smith. So roll around, so unknown distance. Everyone quite happy to just take their place at the moment. So on the front, Ray Smith, followed by Mike Templeton, Vice President of the Bundaberg Cycling Club. Nigel Apps in there as well. Lars Olsen there in fourth wheel. Then it's Holzberger, Tipple and Mayman. So Ray Smith heading up the Savello Brigade at the front. So Ray Smith quite happy to roll around. He's got Mike Templeton for company. Into the front straight as they look up. Commissaires not even anywhere near the bell. As we roll through, so it's still Ray Smith on the front, followed by Mike Templeton. No change in the order there. Mayman just on his return to cycling. He's been doing some boxing for the last 40 years, but it's Holzberger now has decided he wants to go. Does he know something that we all don't know? The Bundy rider, as he rolls through, he looks up. Has the commissaire got the bell? No, no, they haven't. Damn it, he says. Off he goes around for another one. Ewan Holzberger, he took the chance. That's a scratchy ticket that had no winning entry. Holzberger, Templeton. So Ewan Holzberger's still out the front though. He's still got a bit of a gap. He could pull this one off yet. As he gets the tailwind down the front straight. There he goes. That's all his Christmases come at once. Holzberger rolls through. So it's Holzberger followed by Mike Templeton on his wheel. We've got Nigel Apps. That's Holzberger up the back straight. Has anyone got the firepower to catch onto him? Can't forget the Holzberger's going to be in the Madison with Pratt later on. He doesn't want to use too much juice. But now we've got a rider coming out from the pack. Is that Mike Templeton coming around? Down the front straight, he's only got about 5 metres as they come across the line. Holzberger holds out over Pratt. Ray Smith, and Daryl Mayman. Next up, our B grade, unknown distance. Simon Barnett, Max Clancy, Stephen Jackson, Peter Macris, Lewis Marshall, Steve Mayman, Wayne Morden, Andrew Pratt, Hamish Wright, Dan Watson, and Jason Reed. A few disc wheels out there in the field. I wonder how the wind will play with that. We're asking Tony Tor earlier on, what would you do with a disc on a day like today? He said bunch rides, no way. But rider's choice, correct, Tony? Yeah. Best advice you'll get from a D grader all year. And announced by an F grader. All right, here we go, off the front. It's going to be Wayne Morton, club president of Bundaberg Cycling Club. He's going to lead this one out. So Wayne Morton, he's going to lead them all through. So we're starting to catch up with our second event for our B grade men as we start to cycle through our first round from last night. Front straight. So right 25, Hamish right from Mackay. He wants to open things up a little bit. He's followed by Jackson from Rockhampton. On his wheel, that looks like Andrew Pratt, followed by Peter Macris and Simon Barnett. Simon Barnett down from Townsville. Steve Mayman now. He has a bit of a streak walk down the inside. He undertakes quite a few riders. Going to get up and boogie. Steve Mayman going to try and do a Ewan Holzberger. So Mayman on the front. Oh, and Barely Ang. Barely Ang, the cruelest man in cycling. Lets Steve Mayman roll past without so much as a tinkle from the bell. Bear's moment of glory at the Bundaberg Spectacular. So still Mayman on the front. Followed by Wayne Morton, I think, in second wheel. They stretch out the field a little bit. Steve Mayman has got everyone going now. It's Andrew Pratt, sorry, in second wheel. He's followed by Max Clancy. So Andrew Pratt, he's on the front, followed by Clancy. Then we've got Hamish Wright. Following Hamish is Stephen Jackson from Rocky. As Pratt rolls up, he hands over to Hamish Wright. So as they roll through, Hamish Wright has got the lead. Com's nowhere near the side of the track. So we'll roll around again one more time at least. Now Steve Jackson, he's on the front. He ups the tempo just a little bit, enough to stretch them out. Macris and Barnett, they've been glued together. Our first and second place from the previous race. Now we've got a flyer going off the front. Daniel Watson, he's going to try and break things up. He's followed by Lewis Marshall. Round the outside, that's Max Clancy. He's going to try and bridge that gap, but he sticks in there behind. Lewis Marshall, now it's up to Clancy to take it. He's got Mayman for company, but off the front. As we roll through, will we get the bell this time around? The riders are hoping so. Down the front straight, there's the bell. That's good news for Dan Watson. He's got about 20 metres over Hamish Wright. Now they're all scrambling to get Dan Watson around turn 1 and 2. Up the back straight, Dan Watson out of the saddle into the wind. Everyone giving chase now. Simon Barnett coming around the outside of 3 and 4. The field is spread out. Dan Watson, has he got it in him? I think he's going to get taken on the line. Barnett around the outside as he moves around. Barnett, he's followed across the line by Clancy. I think Watson might have ended up with third. Good ride there from our B-grade men, unknown distance. Yep. Moving into our A-grade men, unknown distance. On the front, the Queensland hero, Corey Boddington. He's second wheel there, Will Holzberger. So running through a list, Duncan Allen, Joey Black, Corey Boddington, Byron Davies, Sam Gallagher, Will Holzberger, Archie Pratt, Harry Schoff, Cam Tipple, Brad Davis, Chris Mullins, Jay Doraboom, Zach Douglas-Savage and Jason Davey. Zach Douglas-Savage on the front, so we'll see an attack shortly. As he flicks the elbow, he must not be feeling very well. Round they go. Archie Pratt takes over the lead. He's followed by Doraboom. Zach Douglas-Savage never too far from the front. He's in second wheel behind Doraboom, followed by Mullins, Holzberger. That looks like Cam Tipple. It is in fourth wheel, followed by Boddington, Schoff. So Holzberger, he inherits the lead as they go through. Good racing already this morning. Will Holzberger now, he leads through. He's got Cam Tipple on his wheel, followed by Boddington and Schoff. Behind him, Joey Black. Now Doraboom, he goes to the front. Douglas-Savage wants that wheel. He's followed by Archie Pratt. So Douglas-Savage and Pratt, they're off the front. They get a gap straight away. They're going to go with it. Harry Schoff, he's going to chase it down. Cam Tipple, I think he's going to try and get on that one. The field's spread out already. Unknown distance. So Douglas-Savage, Archie Pratt, followed by Harry Schoff. Cam Tipple in there as well. Then followed by Joey Black and Jay Doraboom. Two packs now. Mullins on the back, on the front of the second pack. He's got Davies for his wheel. I think Chris Mullins was saying he wanted to get Byron Davies' wheel, not the other way around this morning. So they come around the front straight, unknown distance. Byron Davies starts to close the gap. Jay Doraboom looks through, still no bell. The anticipation on the rider's face as they come through. Sam Gallagher, he puts up the chase now. On his wheel, Brad Davis, as they catch that front pack now. Mullins is tucked into Boddington's wheel. Now off the front, Harry Schoff. He flicks up. Zach Douglas-Savage. He's into the lead as they come round. Any bell this time around, they all look up in anticipation. No way, no how, you're A-grade. You can go for ages. Now it's Pratt off the front. He looks around, he gets a little bit of a gap. No, flicks the elbow. Doraboom flies through. He's followed by Gallagher, followed by Davis. Then it's Holzberger, Schoff, Tipple. Paces off, Byron Davies. Got a flat. Too much power. As they head around, I can hear a bell behind me, but it's not yet. Harry Schoff rolls through. Douglas-Savage, he doesn't want to let Harry Schoff go. Flick of the elbow by Schoff. There goes Douglas-Savage. He's got Gallagher for company, then Pratt. It looks like it might be Brad Davis there in fourth wheel. Followed by Schoff, Boddington, Holzberger, Doraboom. So they come round, Zach. There's the bell. They've all waited for it. Douglas-Savage, Schoff, Boddington. They get a small gap over Holzberger and Gallagher. A lot of work to do. Round comes Davis. Up the back straight, it's Harry Schoff. Gallagher giving chase now. Harry Schoff on the front, followed by Boddington. Now it's Gallagher going around the outside of Boddington. Davis in fourth wheel as they head down the front straight. It's still Schoff. Now it's Gallagher. Gallagher across the line. Oh, I think it was Davis just over Schoff, followed by Boddington, Doraboom, Holzberger, ZDS, and Joey Black. Moving on to our B grade, unknown distance, B grade women's and under 17. Akala Keeble, Isla Maidment, Hannah Parton, Megan Stevens, Annalise Murray and Addison Torr. Got Sharon McGuigan on the program, but I don't think she's up there. So commissaires, they've been toying with the riders. But off we go for our B-grade women and under 17. It's Annalise Murray, one of our under 17 riders in the field. She'll be followed by Keeble. Then we've got Torr, Parton, Maidman in there as well, and at the rear of the pack, Megan Stevens. So much like we saw in their first race, the B-grade women and under 17, quite happy to take it easy on the first couple of laps. Maybe the commissaires could surprise with a one-lap unknown distance. Right, as they roll around turn 3 and 4. Com's nowhere near the bell for this time around. Girls not even looking up for it at this stage, so it's Maidment will lead them through. Followed by Stevens, then Torr. Third wheel there is Keeble in second wheel now, followed by Murray. So Keeble goes to the front. She's got Annalise Murray for company as they head down the back straight. So the girls taking it very easy. Addison Torr up two abreast as they go around turn 3 and 4. It's Annalise Murray on the front from Rockhampton. Unknown distance. Commissaires will look to see how much pain the riders are in before they'll ring the bell. That's not going to be this time around. Not enough pain on their face. Maybe they're looking for someone to break away. It's Hannah Parton on the front now. So Hannah Parton leads them up the back straight. She's followed by Isla Maidman as Isla takes over the lead, followed by Keeble. Torr in there as well. The girls all looking at each other, not really willing to let anyone go. Down the front straight they come, and there's the bell. It comes out this time, and it's Maidman who leads them through. She's followed by Keeble. Maidman and Keeble. Torr just staying on there as well, followed by Parton. Annalise Murray having a good run just off the wheel. Stevens off the back, but it's Maidman off the front with half a bike length as they head around 3 and 4. So they come round Addison Torr. She starts to move around the outside. So it's Isla Maidman down the front straight. Has anyone got anything in the legs to go past? It'll be Isla Maidman followed by Torr and Keeble. Moving on to our A-grade women, unknown distance. Okay, riders, if you move up towards where Matilda Pratt is. And a big announcement for our A-grade women. Eden Sealy Cunnington's 17th birthday today. Big happy birthday to Eden. Feel free to sing a happy birthday from the stands. So I've got Danica Blinko, Quinn Kramer, Ella Liang, Courtney McGowan, Lauren Perry, Kalinda Robinson, Eden Sealy Cunnington, Vic Smith, Emma Stevens and Sophie Watts. Riders under the control of Louise Jones. We roll off from the back. That'll be Quinn Kramer and Ella Liang coming through. There's the whistle. Everyone's happy. So it's Emma Stevens will lead this one out, followed by McGowan, Sealy Cunnington, Kramer, Liang. It looks like it's Kalinda Robinson behind Liang. Emma Stevens there as well. And off the front, the birthday girl. She's going to go early. Eden Sealy Cunnington. Is the pack going to let her get away? Big compliments for Eden before they chase down every attack she threw. But it's Eden Sealy-Cunnington with 20 metres and her Dovel teammate, Courtney McGowan, letting the birthday girl get a bit of a lead. There's the bell! Out of the saddle, the commissaires, I love them. Eden Sealy-Cunnington, the birthday girl, around 1 and 2, and giving chase. That looks like it's Stevens. It is Emma Stevens up the back straight. Eden Sealy-Cunnington, she gets run over. Ella Liang there, Stevens as well, as they head down, turn 3 and 4, it's still Stevens on the front, followed by Liang. Into the front straight, they're 4 wide as they come down and across the line. Oh, good finish between Blinko, Stevens, Liang and Robinson. There was nothing in that. If anyone wants to buy the commissaire as a gift, that was worth every penny, that race. Thank you. Next up, we've got our tandem road bike race. Got one entry, Jodie Willis-Roberts, but I can see 2 out there. So Jodie Willis-Roberts will be on the front. So Wayne Morden will be with Jodie. Someone apparently let 2 clowns from Bundaberg on a tandem as well. Will Holzberger and Archie Pratt. They're going to be on the second tandem. Will's the pilot, Archie Pratt on the back, just eyes closed, hanging on for dear life. You and Holzberger out there to hold him up. So Wayne Morden, he's going to pilot Jodie. Willis-Smith is a 4-lap race. Will Holzberger, he's going to pilot Archie Pratt. Front flat, so we're just going to do a couple of quick repairs now. Okay, under 11 handicap will be coming out now. So 500 metre handicap, Whitfield, Henderson, Cunnington, Milan, Klein, Chai Olsen, Imogen Kemps and Emmeline Lawley. Just make sure you're drinking lots and putting your sunscreen on today. That Bundy sun has come out in force after the rain from last night. So under 13 riders, they'll come out onto the track as well, getting ready for their race. So scratch, I think we'll have Kemps off scratch. At the front, we'll have Emmeline Lawley. Side by side, that'll be Whitfield, Henderson, Cunnington and Milan Klein. Chai Olsen, he's off about 25. Bear Liang, if you're around, can you make the infield? Riders, attention! And we're off from the front. Another good push from Jim Lawley for Emmeline as they take off. There's the bell, 1 lap to go. Milan Klein, Whitfield, Chai Olsen, and Kemps, Imogen Kemps She made some big moves in the last race. Can she do it again in this one? Into the front, into the back straight. It's Kemp's around the outside already. She's got 2 riders, 2 more to go. As they head into 3 and 4, Lawley still in the front, getting caught by Klein now. But it's Kemp's coming around the outside, followed by Olsen. Kemp's is into the lead. Our back marker already in the front. As Kemp's comes down the front straight, elbows out, so it'll be Kemp's, followed by Chai Olsen, Milan Klein, Emmeline Lawley, and Whitfield Henderson Cunnington. Not bad, they're all within about 10 metres. Next up, our under 13 combined. Off scratch and penalised for coming third will be Judd Larkins. In second, I reckon that will be Matilda Kemps. Nathan Lawley's going to go in between at 5 metres by the look of that. They'll go up the track a little bit. Evie Rose. In front of Evie Rose, that will be Georgia Dowling and Ava Merritts. So 500 metres again for our under 13 combined. Just wait for our riders to get off the track. So under 13 combined. We'll just wait for the signal from the commissaires. They're happy. Riders, attention! And they're off from the front. Georgia Dowling, but it's Evie Rose, Henderson Cunnington with a great start. She's quickly around. Ava Merritt. It's Kemps and Lawley together. Larkins has lost ground off his start. He's got a lot of work to do as Kemps makes her way around. She's around Merritt's already. Lawley trying to get on her wheel. Larkins about 20 metres off the back, but it's Evie Rose, Henderson Cunnington, just in front of Georgia Dowling. Evie Rose opens the gap. Georgia Dowling trying to stick there. And it's Matilda Kemps coming through. She's going to try and get second. Nathan Lawley around the outside. Evie Rose, Henderson Cunnington. What a brilliant start. Evie Rose, Matilda Kemps, Georgia Dowling, Nate Lawley, Eva Merritts, and Judd Larkins. All right, moving on to our under 15 boys handicap, 800 metres this time around. So the Fraser Coast boys will be just here somewhere, I think. Anaroo, looks like you're on scratch. Nale Olsen, he's off 10. Jack Muelling off 20. Jaden Milroy off 140. 150 for Ben Greenwood. Well, what was Jack off? Jack Muelling? So Jack Muelling off 20.
That can't be right. 73 off 20.
That's what we put.
Well, you obviously haven't been watching the racing because he'll be out the back.
Okay. All right, as we wait for our riders and commissaires to be ready. Michael Keatman, are you good? Riders, attention. And they're off. So our 800 metre handicap, our back markers, Olsen, Wilkins, and Muling. Big gap to our front riders of Greenwood and Milroy. The boys will all try and work together. Half a lap down already, 600 metres to go. Our front markers, they've still got about 150 metres. They'll get the bell this time around. Can they hold off this charging pack of three? So through they go. Ben Greenwood, Jaden Milroy. Can they hold off a little bit? It's Olsen Choi. Nale Olsen, coming through. He's got Anaroo Wilkins on his wheel as they start to come around the back markers on the back straight. Everyone pushing. Jack Muling just off the back now. As Nale and Anaroo come through, they'll look to take it down the front straight. Good challenge here though. Oh, good challenge there from Jaden Milroy. I'm not sure if he got second or third in that one. That was close. So good ride there from the boys. Next up, our under 17 boys handicap. 1,000 metres, so 2.5 laps. I'll try and get a read of who we've got. Looks like George Tucker, GT, he'll be off scratch. Willem Elliott will be there. Larkins, Dowling. Chamberlain looks like up there. Then we've got Hunter Davis. Over the other side, that looks like it might be Reese Davis, followed by Fish and Jack Parker. So 1,000 metres, 2.5 laps for our back marker, GT, Georgie Tucker. So Commissaire's just checking that all the riders in the correct position. So we wait for Head Commissaire Michael Keatman to give the all clear. So our front marker will be Jack Parker, back marker Georgie Tucker. Tony just moved him back and now they're moving him up again. Yep. All right, as we get our final riders into position. Riders, attention. And they're off. Good start from Jack Parker and Fish off the front. Reese Davis with a good start as well. He's got brother Hunter trying to catch up. I think they're brothers. Then we've got Chamberlain, Dowling, Larkins have all joined together. Amelius trying to catch up. Tucker all by himself. He was our scratch marker. As they head around, they've got 2 laps to go. So it's still Parker out the front, followed by Fish. Reese Davis. Now they're packed together, headed up by Dowling. George Tucker just a little bit off the back now. Larkins heads the front of that chasing pack. So Jack Parker gets the bell. Fish gets the bell. Reese Davis gets the bell. Larkins now. He's got Amelius on his wheel, followed by Hunter Davis, Chamberlain, Dowling, and GT. And Parker still maintains his lead with half a lap to go. But that chasing pack coming around. George Tucker around the outside. Now Amelius decides to go as they go around Reese Davis. Larkins, he's run out of juice up that back straight. Parker still in the lead, but it's Willem Elliott, the young sprinter from Brisbane. Willem Elliott, he comes down the front straight. Willem Elliott to take the win, followed by Jack Parker. Hunter Davis just over Georgie Tucker. Larkins, Chamberlain, Fish, Dowling, and Reese Davis. Right, we'll step back a bit in the program now and head to our 4-lap tandem race. So Jody Wills Roberts, piloted by Wayne Morton, the club president. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm just struggling with how to do it, like with getting people to do stuff, or whether it's just a random draw or something. I don't know. I didn't think it out beyond. Okay, so on the blue line, the stayers line, Jody Wills Roberts, piloted by Wayne Morden. Up on the fence, Will Holzberger and Archie Pratt. They look like they're having the time of their life already. I think Holzberger and Pratt could probably hire out the back seat for joyrides around the velodrome. But it's Wills Roberts down the back straight as they sort their gears out up the back straight. Round the outside go Holzberger and Pratt, a 4-lap scratch race. 2 abreast as they go through 3 and 4. One lap down. Archie Pratt trying to look around Will Holzberger. He's going to be doing that for a while. So round they go now. Holzberger and Pratt. So Holzberger and Pratt take the wind on the back straight. Wills Roberts and Morden jump into their wheel as they go into 3 and 4. Bit of movement up the track. Wayne Morden, a canny racer. He's going to use up the young fellas from Bundaberg on the front. Wills Roberts being piloted by Wayne Morden. Wayne Morden very happy for the boys to take the wind. A lot of power required to get the tandems up and going. And conserving energy for as much of the race as you can is a very good move. So they come around now, they'll get the bell this time around as Holzberger starts to look around. Archie Pratt thought they were going to the Macca's drive-through, but they're in a race. As they go, they step on the pedals. So Holzberger opens up the gas. Holzberger and Pratt, they've gone with it. Morden and Wills Roberts have just dropped out of that draft. Up the back straight they go. 2 young men from Bundaberg Cycling Club, Will Holzberger, Archie Pratt. They come around turn 3 and 4. Big fist bump from Archie Pratt as he crosses the line. Wayne Morden and Jody Wills Roberts. Excellent, there's a spare bike. Apparently I get to go on it. Anyone want to come along for a ride? Let's go. Next up, back to our handicaps. We're going to go to our C-grade men. 1,000 metre handicap. It says 1,000 in the program. Doesn't it? No, 1,200. 1,200 in the pro. 1,200 metres. Been a long day already. All right, our 1,200 metre men's C handicap. Nigel Apps, Jason Tipple, Ray Smith, Mike Templeton, Ewan Holzberger, Lars Olsen and Daryl Mayman. So Jason Tipple, he gets the scratch mark. Pushed off by son Cam. Have you got your Wheaties this morning, Cam? Looks like Holzberger in front of him. Ray Smith maybe in front there. In front of him, Nigel Apps. Over on the back straight, Daryl Mayman. Can we get a pusher for Daryl if there's any pushers around? Just looking for a pusher for Daryl Mayman out on the back straight by the 40 wink sign.
He can't run as fast as he used to be able to ride.
So it looks like commissaires are happy. Riders, attention! And they're off. Daryl Mayman off the front. Tipple off scratch. So our front marker, Daryl Mayman, has he been foxing this whole time? It's Daryl Mayman on the front as he heads off down the back straight, 1,200 metres. As Daryl comes through, he'll get 2 laps to go. Tipple now teamed up with Holzberger. They come around Smith and Apps. But it's Mayman now looking good. On there it looks like Lars Olsen. He's teamed up with Mike Templeton. Now Holzberger, Tipple and Smith have all joined together. Apps off the back. But it's still Daryl Mayman. He's got about 70 metres over the rest of the pack. Daryl Mayman. Daryl Mayman comes down the front straight. He'll get the bell this time around. There it is. Still with about 50 metres over the chasing pack of Templeton and Olsen. Now we've got Templeton, Olsen, Tipple, Smith and Holzberger together. Apps off the back. That's Daryl Mayman. He's still got about 40 metres just as they head up the back straight. So try to get through. Daryl Mayman coming through. Welcome back to track cycling. Our man from Shepparton, Daryl Mayman down the front straight. He'll take the win by about 7 metres over Ray Smith, Tipple and Mike Templeton. Holzberger stopped for a coffee at turn 4 as he strolls across the line. And Apps coming across the line. Just watch out, Zane, as the rider coming across the finish. Moving on to our B grade handicap, 1,200 metres as well. Off scratch, and he insists on a boxing style introduction every time from the University of Queensland, Peter Macris. In front of him we've got Simon Barnett. Very close field on this B grade. Over on the far side, that looks like it might be Stephen Jackson, our front rider. No, Stephen Jackson in second wheel. Jason Davey on the front. Wayne Morden just waiting. Was that Wayne? I think it is. Commissaires just doing their final check. We're good. Riders, attention. And off the front, Davey, Jason Davey. He'll lead them out. Quickly chased down by Marshall. So they join forces at the front. At the back, that looks like it'll be Barnett and Macris trying to join together. They've got a lot of work to do. Now we've got 4 riders up the front. We've got 2 Bundy riders up the front joining in with Marshall and Davey. So they come around with 2 laps to go. There's Wayne Morden in 4th wheel. Now we're all staying the bunch together. Barnett and Macris, they've made their way to the second the chasing pack. They're all starting to come together as they head down the back straight. Now off the front, it looks like Wayne Morton might be trying to take the lead here. Andrew Pratt, sorry. So it is Andrew Pratt off the front, followed by Davies. Then comes Wayne Morton. Round the outside, Andrew Pratt. He's still got about 15 metres as the main bunch starts to collect now, and it's Simon Barnett trying to go around the outside. Max Clancy there as well. Andrew Pratt, he's going to get overtaken now. Barnett comes around the outside. Oh, it's tight as they come around turn 4. Cross the line. Clancy, Max Clancy goes through, followed by Barnett and Hamish Wright.
Once they're there, they need to sit down. They can't be walking around.
Yep.
On the in the infield.
Just a reminder to our riders: once you're on the infield waiting for your handicap, you need to sit down. No walking around. The comms need to see exactly what's going on, and the live streaming crew are a bit precious as well. So. All right, have we got someone to push off from the front for Gallagher? Sam Gallagher trying to do it all by himself. Going to need a pusher over there. Off scratch, Byron Davies, then Gallagher, then Duncan Allen. Corey Boddington, he needs a pusher as well. If someone's up there around turn 1, who wants to push an Olympian?
Paralympian. He's a Paralympian.
They're all Olympians to me, Louise Jones. I don't care what you say.
They're not.
No.
Totally different.
Oh,
There was a big discussion with the Paralympian committee. They're Paralympian.
They're totally different. Corey Boddington is a Paralympian, but he's an Olympian as well.
And he hasn't been to the Olympics. Can't make something up.
I'm making stuff up. Our Paralympian Corey Boddington. Zach Douglas Savage, Harry Schoff. Archie Pratt, I think he's up there as well, just in front of Harry. Ready to go, riders, attention. Let's push off the front. Cam Tipple will lead this one out. Byron Davies off scratch. 1,200 metres. Cam Tipple off with a good lead. Mullins rolls straight up to the fence. He's going to try and catch the jump on the back of the chasing group. But it's Jay Dorraboom coming through at speed. We know how fast he is. Cam Tipple on the front. 2 laps to go as Cam Tipple rolls through. Chasing Brad Davis, Jay Dorraboom. Joey Black there as well. Jay Dorraboom, Joey Black. Number 4, I think that's Will Holzberger. Zach Douglas Savage. Chris Mullins, Corey Boddington leading that second pack. Now it's Dorraboom off the front. So Dorraboom across the line, gets the bell, followed by Joey Black, Holzberger, Zach Douglas Savage, Cam Tipple. Now Byron Davis, he hits the afterburners. Oh, onto the fence. How he saved that, I have no idea. Back wheel in the air, he's done a tyre. Down the back straight, it looks like Holzberger. Holy moly, that was a good one. As they come down, Will Holzberger. He'll go into the front straight. A good win for Will, followed by Zach Douglas Savage, Jay Dorraboom, Joey Black, and Sam Gallagher. If anyone knows anyone who could do panel repairs, that was a good hit to the fence on turn 1 and 2. All right, so our women's combined handicap race We'll have Danica Blinko, Quinn Kramer, Ella Liang, Courtney McGowan, Lauren Perry, Kalinda Robinson, Eden Sealy-Cunnington, Victoria Smith, Emma Stevens, Sophie Watts, Akayla Keeble, Isla Maidman, Hannah Parton, Megan Stevens, Annalise Murray, and Addison Torr. So off scratch, that looks like it'll be Danica Blinko. So 1,200 metres. Spread right out across the field. So Louise, Byron Davis showing the importance of having good control of your bicycle and avoiding accidents.
Showing the importance of having proper tyres for the outdoor track.
That's right. The proper tyres for the outdoor track. That's a second set. All right, riders, attention. And we're off. So off the front, that looks like it'll be Stevens. Blinko will go off from scratch. She's joined there by Sophie Watts. That'll be a formidable duo as they make up ground quickly on Lauren Perry. But Stevens on the front. She's got Annalise Murray joining her up there as well. Now we've got a Bundy rider starting to come through. That looks like it might be Hannah Parton. Hannah Parton joins the front too. They make a trio. Next group followed by Isla Maidman. McGuigan, McGowan. Lauren Perry making big moves around the outside. So they're all together, still with a lap and a half to go. So the scratch markers have already made their way past the field. So 1 lap to go now across the line. Lauren Perry, Ella Liang, and Emma Stevens. So Stevens off the front. She's got Liang for company. Quinn Kramer trying to make her way around into third as they come now up the back straight. So it's still Emma Stevens. Ella Liang getting closer by the second into turn 3 and 4. Ella Liang less than a bike length off now. Ella Liang onto the back wheel of Stevens into the front straight. Ella Liang, Stevens. Oh, I think that might have been Liang, maybe by a valve cap over Stevens and Quinn Kramer. Sophie Watts there as well. Next up, we're going to have our under-11 combined Curran final.
No, look, I think they're later in the program, the finals, from memory.
Not event 28?
No, see, they're straight finals. These are the heats.
Oh, okay.
Let me just confirm that, though. I might have been spinning
Oh, so we're going to 17 boys?
Yeah.
Sorry, 17 boys is we're going to go through. So we'll have two heats, I think, for that one. Top 3 to go to the final.
Kieran finals are later tonight.
Okay. So under 11, under 13, and under 15s, we'll have your Curran finals tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah, men's C, you've already done the same thing, so rather than taking 2 from each. So you're saying women's. Oh, yeah.
Are we doing these 4 laps then, Michael?
Yeah, 4 laps, 2 and 2.
2 and 2. All right, so our Curran for our under 17. So our under 11, 13 and 15s, they will go straight through to the finals later on tonight. For our under 17, we'll have 2 heats. 2 laps behind the Derny, 2 laps rider led. In our first heat, we'll have Lockie Chamberlain, Hunter Davis, Rhys Davis, Harry Dowling and Willem Elias. Top 3 will go to the final. Okay, riders, if you can please just stay on the fence, the motorbike is going to warm up. So on the front for this heat, from Hamilton Wheelers, Lockie Chamberlain. In second wheel, also from Hamilton Wheelers, Mr. Harry Dowling. Behind Harry, that looks like it will be Rhys Davis from Bundaberg, followed by Willem Elias from Balmoral. And on the back, the number 62 of Hunter Davis. So the Derny just doing a warm-up. He's going to do 2 laps before he comes through to collect riders. Great day to be racing out here. Big thanks to the live stream crew. You can check out the links on the Golden Bin Chicken. It's on the Oz Cycling YouTube channel. Watch out, Matilda. Joey Black supporting a beautiful Mo for Movember. You're raising money, Joey? Yep, so check out Joey's Facebook page. You'll have all the details of how to donate money for Movember. Good cause. All right, looks like our Derny is warmed up. Riders in the hands of Louise Jones. So this is heat 1 of 2 for our under 17 men. Top 3 will go through to the final later on tonight. So get the whistle. Lockie Chamberlain will lead them out, followed by Harry Dowling, Rhys Davis, Willem Elias and Hunter Davis. So 2 laps behind the Derny and 2 laps rider led. So riders for the first lap must maintain their position. On the second lap, they can move around. If the front rider moves off the Derny and no one fills that spot, they must go back to behind the Derny. So 1 lap more behind the Derny. Riders can now move around just a little bit as the Derny increases pace just a little. So again, Chamberlain, Dowling, Davis, Amelius and Davis. Top 3 will go to the final later on tonight. As we head around turn 3 and 4, Lockie Chamberlain will inherit the lead from the Derny. The Derny pulls off as Lockie Chamberlain and Harry Dowling decide to take over. There's a bit of a split now. Willem Elias quickly to the front. He's got Hunter Davis for company. Rhys Davis just dropped off the back a little bit now. Lockie Chamberlain flicks the elbow. No one wants to go through. Everyone happy to sit in. So Chamberlain, Dowling, Amelius, Hunter Davis. Rhys Davis looks up, sees they've slowed down. He's still got in with a shot here. So Chamberlain leads them through. There's the bell. Amelius, he hits the sprinters lane. He's got control of the lane. So they head around 1 and 2. So Willem Elias in the lane. Chamberlain heads off. That's Dowling, Davis. One of these young men will not make the final. So battle on at the moment between Dowling and Hunter Davis. Lockie Chamberlain just dropped off the wheel of Willem Elias as Dowling comes around the outside as they head towards the line. Willem Elias, Lockie Chamberlain and Harry Dowling, they'll go through to the final. Hunter Davis, unlucky, just misses out. Rhys Davis making his way around. Moving into Heat 2, Rail Fish, Flynn Larkins, Jack Parker and GT Georgie Tucker. Will and Helen Tucker must have been feeding George some of that fine Rockhampton beef. He's grown up again. He must be about 8 foot tall now. All right, so on the front, we got George Tucker, GT, Flynn Larkins in second wheel, Jack Parker in third wheel, followed by Raoul Fish. Top three, they'll go through to the final. Close up for Flynn Larkins from Matilda Pratt. And she gets ushered off the track by Louise Jones. Sorry, Matilda, I upset her earlier. All right, the Derny's off. Matilda Pratt doing great work with the camera. Thank you, Matilda. As the Derny rolls round, it'll be Tucker, Larkins, Parker, Fish. GT has gone into his sprinter's helmet. Rail Fish now just off the back. You want to close that gap up to Parker. He does so up the back straight. So 2 laps behind the Derny. Then it looks like George Tucker will inherit the lead. So from our previous heat, we had Amelius, Dowling and Chamberlain go through. Hunter Davis just missing. There's nothing in it. There's 1 lap down, no change. Fish just a little bit off the back as the Derny increases its pace. So George Tucker tucked right in. Some good racing happening up at Rockhampton. I think they've got the cyclocross state championships next year up in Rocky. And gravel. So, yeah, perfect weekend up there. 2 laps down, the Derny will roll off. George Tucker and Larkins, they head off. Parker, they've opened the gap already as GT slips in behind Larkins. They've opened the gap to 15 metres. So it looks like George Tucker and Larkins, they'll roll away with this one. Jack Parker off the back now, Raoul Fish around the back straight. As Larkins looks around, he flicks the elbow. The boys sit up. Top 3 will go through, so it'll be between Parker and Fish. If they go through, there's the bell. Tucker and Larkins. No stress for the boys on this lap. So Parker looks like he might get the final place in the Kieran final later on tonight if he can hold off Raoul Fish. So Larkins and Tucker up the back straight. 2 good friends, Larkins and Tucker. Parker now, he comes out of 4. Raoul Fish, he's going to make a go of this. He may make the final yet. So Flynn Larkins and George Tucker, they'll go through to the final later on tonight. Now Parker sees Fish coming. He gets out of the saddle. But Fish is going to go with it. So this is looking for our final spot in the final. Now the boys are making a race of it as they go down the front straight. Jack Parker out of the saddle. Jack Parker, new to track cycling. We met him at AMV last weekend. Parker will go through to the finals tonight. So yeah, Rockhampton have got the gravel and cyclocross state champs up next year. And don't forget, Bundy have got our road state championships here again next year during the school holidays. So make sure you book your accommodation and get ready for that. Had a quick look last night, trying to get in early, and accommodation's already looking a bit scarce. If you haven't booked, maybe start checking it out. All right, our men's C, Kieran's. So the top 2 will go to the final.
Pardon? Okay. I've been told to put it on the crowd while I'm waiting.
Are we doing a C grade men's Kieran heats, or are they just going straight to the final? Yeah, that's the program, but I'm not sure if they're running. That's B grade, that's no grade. So it looks like we're heading straight to B grade. So we'll go to the C grade final for the Kieran tonight. We'll run all 7 riders a bit later on tonight for the final. So we head to our B grade men, Kieran heats. Wayne Morton's going to run it, apparently. All right, as the wind picks up and I've got paperwork flying everywhere, our first heat. On the front, drawing the number 1 spot from the University of Queensland, Peter Macris. Following Peter Macris, Lewis Marshall from Rockhampton. No, Macris moves back a little bit. In second wheel, Max Clancy. Macris has gone to the back. He's joined with Simon Barnett at the back. Four laps, two behind the Derny. So top three will go through to the final. The Derny takes off from turn 4. Jason Reed in there as well. Sorry, didn't mean to miss you, Jace.
Sorry, Adrian. With the A-grade man,
Yep.
I've shuffled the heats because it was just in seated order.
Okay.
So you might just have to call it, like the program won't.
We'll just work it out as we go. Yep.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
You're right. All right, as we head off, everyone getting their position. So Jason Reed in fourth wheel there. Off the back, Macris, he's joined by Simon Barnett. Max Clancy, he's in second wheel. Lewis Marshall there in third. Lewis Marshall, sorry, on the front. Jackson there in third wheel. So 1 lap down on the Derny already, 1 lap to go. So we're still Lewis Marshall on the front, followed by Clancy. Jackson in third, then it's Reed, Barnett and Macris. So Derny rolls off, 2 laps to go. So that'll be Lewis Marshall inherits the lead, followed by Clancy. Behind Clancy, that'll be Jackson from Rockhampton. Jason Reed, Simon Barnett and Peter Macris. Lap and a half to go now. So we head into the front straight. Now everyone's starting to look around. That's Lewis Marshall still on the front. Barnett goes around the outside. Macris trying to go with him. Reed up there as well. That wind picks up as they head into the back straight. But it's Max Clancy on the front. Top 3 to get through. So off the back is Stephen Jackson from Rockhampton. He finds himself in trouble. Now it's a fight for third spot as Macris comes around the outside. That'll put Lewis Marshall in trouble. So come down the front straight. It'll be Clancy, Barnett and Macris will go through. Maxwell just missing out, as does Jason Reed. In our next heat for our B-grade men, Steve Mayman, Andrew Pratt, Hamish Wright and Dan Watson. Wayne Morton did make it out on the track. So go through Steve Mayman on camera now. Wayne Morton, president of the Bundaberg Cycling Club. He's on 6th wheel. So Derny rolls off from turn 4. As we start to roll off from the front, that'll be Dan Watson. He'll be followed by Hamish Wright in 3rd wheel. Number 14 rider, I've just lost him. He's on the other side of the program. Jason Davey, thank you. Followed by Wayne Moore, Andrew Pratt, Steve Mayman and Wayne Morton. Around they go. So it's still Watson followed by Wright, Davey, Pratt, Mayman and Morden. Top three will go through to the final. They'll join Macris, Barnett and Clancy. As the wind picks up here at the Bundaberg Velodrome. So Dooney will come off this time around. It'll be Dan Watson will lead them through, followed by Hamish Wright, Davey, then Pratt, Mayman and Morden. This is a stacked heat. With a lap and a half to go, Hamish Wright, he hits the wind up the back straight. So it's Hamish Wright, followed by Davey. Still Andrew Pratt. Now we start to get some moves coming around. So Hamish gets the bell. Still Hamish on the inside. Steve Mayman starting to make moves around the outside. Pratt and Morden at the back for Bundaberg. Now the pace goes up. Mayman trying to go with it. That looks like Dan Watson trying to get around Hamish Wright. Hamish kicks. So Hamish Wright, he'll come through for the win. Now it's a battle for third. Hamish Wright. Oh, I think that might have been Wayne just over the top of Steve Mayman. So Dan Watson and Hamish Wright, they'll go through. Photo finish there between Wayne Morden and Steve Mayman. All right, moving on to our A grade men's Kieran. It'll be a bit different to what's in the program. All right, as we move into our first heat of our A-grade men. Duncan Allen on the front, Will Holzberger. That looks like it's Chris Mullins, Jay Doraboom, Joey Black, straight off the set of Star Wars. The least camouflaged stormtrooper ever to hit the set. So Duncan Allen, he'll lead this one through, followed by Will Holzberger, Mullins, Doraboom and Black. So Duncan Allen, followed by Will Holzberger, Chris Mullins in third wheel. He'll be hoping to do well in this one, the young sprinter, just gone into under 19s. He's followed by Jay Doraboom and Joey Black. Okay, one lap down. Duncan Allen gives the roller on the back of the Dooney a little bit of a spin. Duncan Allen been instrumental in helping build the junior program up here at Bundaberg over the last couple of years, someone to look up to and to get advice from. So look around, the Derny will come off this time around. Duncan looks around, keeping a good eye on Holzberger. Mullins, he'll roll up as well. Jay Dorraboom, he might just get away with a flyer, but Holzberger jumps straight on his wheel. Very cagey race from the men. So top three will go through. Top two will go through the final. Dorraboom goes with it. So this will be tight for the top two. Dorraboom, Holzberger, Allen, Black, Mullins. So Holzberger rides away with it now. Dorraboom nearly found a gap, couldn't get in there. Duncan Allen jumps onto Holzberger's wheel. It's Mullins off the back. Now it's a fight. Joey Black trying to make his way around, but it looks like it might be Holzberger and Allen. So Duncan Allen and Will Holzberger, they'll move through. Joey Black, Jay Dorraboom and Chris Mullins, they will miss out on the final. Next up, heat two. Again, top two will go through. Byron Davies, I reckon he probably checked his tyre about 16 times before he came back out. He's got Paralympian Corey Boddington on his wheel. He's got Archie Pratt there and Harry Schoff. So Byron Davies, he'll roll this one, he'll lead this one out, followed by Boddington, Pratt and Schoff. This will be a tight race between the four young men. So if you missed it at the start of the racing today, we had a little mini interview with Corey Boddington showing off his gold and bronze from the 2024 Paris Paralympics. One of the nicest blokes going around. If you see him out in the paddock, make sure you say hello. Right, Byron Davies, he will head this one out, followed by Boddington, followed by Archie Pratt and Harry Schoff. The wind very much picking up here at Bundaberg, so the Derny, the motorbike, won't be providing much relief as they head up the back straight. And a crosswind as they head down the front straight again. There are 3 laps to go, one more behind the Derny. So it's still Davies, Boddington, Pratt and Schoff. Harry's younger brother, Oscar, not here this weekend. Must be saving himself for the Maddo and Omnium at Anna Meares next weekend. As we head down the front straight, Derny will peel off and it'll be Byron Davies, who will probably give more of a draft than the motorbike did. Byron Davies into the lead. He's got Boddington on his wheel, followed by Pratt and Schoff. Boddington decides he'll go around the outside. He wants to up the pace on this one. So Pratt has got Byron Davies boxed in a little bit. No, he slips in into his wheel. So they head down the front straight. They'll get the bell. There it is. So Boddington will take the lead into the final lap. Schoff trying to make a move around the outside now. So Davies having a good look at Schoff as they head up the back straight. As the wind kicks in again. Up the back straight, Davies goes around the outside of Boddington. Schoff peels off, he's had enough. So it's between Pratt and Boddington now. Byron Davies, he'll come through with the win. Davies and Pratt Boddington just missing out. Harry Schoff not looking happy as he comes across the line. Our next heat, our final heat for our A-grade men. Top two will go through. On the front, ZDS, the animator. He'll be followed by Sam Gallagher, then Cam Tipple. Looks like it might be Brad Davis on the back. As the Derny rolls around, it'll be Zach Douglas Savage. The brilliant young man from Balmoral. Good to see him up here, followed by Sam Gallagher, Cam Tipple, and Brad Davis. So everyone happy behind the motorbike. That wind, an absolute ripper as it comes across. So no change on the first lap for our Kieran riders. Everyone been pretty happy with their position over the first couple of heats of these Kierans. So it'll be Zach Douglas Savage will stay on the front, followed by Gallagher, Tipple and Davis. Davis starting to make a move around the outside as the motorbike speeds up. So come around 3 and 4, the Dirty will come off. This time around, it's Douglas Savage, followed by Gallagher. Davis making a move around the outside of Tipple. Top two will go through. Close quarters as they go into turn 1. Douglas Savage rolls up the track. Everyone follows him. So Douglas Savage, Gallagher, Tipple, Davis. The battle for positions. Cam Tipple, he decides to go with it now. Douglas Savage will chase that down. Cam Tipple, good explosive speed out of turn 3. He's going to go for it. Douglas Savage doing all the work to chase that one down. But he's got Gallagher and Davis on his wheel. Will he have enough left in the tank? Cam Tipple, they catch him on the back straight. Round they go through turn 3. Smart from Douglas Savage, holds everyone up high. So they come into the front straight. Sam Gallagher and Douglas Savage, they'll go through. Brad Davis and Cam Tipple just off the back. Is that it for Friday?
Have we done women? Oh, we're still going women. Sorry.
Okay, so we're going to do an A-grade women's Kieran Heats. So the B-grade and under 17s, they'll go straight through to the final later on. We'll have 2 heats for our A-grade women, top 3 to the final. So on the front, that looks like it might be Quinn Kramer. Danica Blinko in there as well. Ella Liang. Courtney McGowan and Lauren Perry. So it'll be Kramer on the front, followed by Blinko, followed by Ella Liang and Courtney McGowan. Oh, and Lauren Perry. Still hiding up there just by the gate. So top 3 through to the final later on tonight. All right, as Quinn Kramer leads out this heat of our A-grade women, she's followed by Blinko, Liang, McGowan and Perry. As Kramer joins on the back of the Derny. So Quinn Kramer, Danica Blinko, Ella Liang, Courtney McGowan and Lauren Perry. Our A-grade women, Kieran, Heat 1. Top 3 go through the final later on tonight. So 4-lap Kieran's, 2 laps behind the Derny, 2 laps rider led. So no change of position so far. So it's still Quinn Kramer on the front, followed by Blinko, Liang, McGowan and Perry. 2 of these riders will miss out on the final. As the Derny pulls off. Lauren Perry, she's going to go straight around the outside. Right up next to Blinko. Trying to hold Blinko in position. Reverses her way into that wheel. She wanted to get on Danica Blinko's wheel. Liang needing to back out. You wouldn't think it was possible to reverse park a track bike at 60 odd kilometres an hour, but perfect demonstration by Lauren Perry. Quinn Kramer still leads this one out. She's out of the saddle now. Danica Blinko going to go with her as they go round the outside of Quinn Kramer. So it's Blinko and Perry up the back straight. Now it's going to be a battle for third as Ella Liang and Quinn Kramer come around turn 3 and 4 together. McGowan out of it. So Danica Blinko will come down the front straight. She'll go into cruise control. Blinko, Perry, Liang, Quinn Kramer just missing out, as does Courtney McGowan. Next up, our final heat for the Kiurans. Again, top 3 through the final. We'll have Kalinda Robinson, Eden Sealy-Cunnington, Vic Smith, Emma Stevens and Sophie Watts. This will be our last race of the Friday program. After this, we'll start racing again at 2:30. We'll have some warm-ups before then for everyone to get back on track, but racing will begin in earnest in about just under 2 hours' time at 2:30 this afternoon, and we'll get into our Saturday program. Ladies have rolled way past the line. The red line's where we should be. All right, new event on the track event calendar, reverse parking along the fence on the front straight at Bundaberg Velodrome. Right, Danica Blinko rides past. She took the win with Lauren Perry in second. We'll see them in the Kieran final later on tonight. The ladies all got off their bikes to move them backwards, but then got on them and still had the roll backwards. Birthday girl, Eden Sealy-Cunnington on the back. Again, feel free to sing happy birthday to her. She's a bit bored up on the fence, it looks like. Victoria Smith will lead that one out. Happy birthday to you. As we wait for our commissaires to be happy. Good win there from Danica. See you in the finals later on. Right, leading this one out will be Sophie Watts. For company, she's got Emma Stevens, Victoria Smith, Eden Sealy-Cunnington and Kalinda Robinson. As we get the whistle, so it'll be Sophie Watts, will lead this one out. She'll be followed by Emma Stevens, Kalinda Robinson. Kalinda Robinson in second wheel, followed by Victoria Smith and Eden Sealy-Cunnington. So roll around behind the moto. Sophie Watts, followed by Kalinda, then Emma Stevens, Victoria Smith and Eden Sealy-Cunnington. QAS girls line abreast on their Argons as they head into turn 1 and 2. So still Sophie on the front, no one changing positions. Journey will peel off this time around. And already a gap, Kalinda Robinson just opening up to the wheel of Sophie Watts. Sophie looks around, she takes some pressure off the pedals as they all join together up the back straight. So Sophie, Kalinda, Emma, Victoria, Eden coming around the outside. So still Sophie on the front as she looks around, very casual. Lap, there's the bell. Smart move there by Eden Sealy-Cunnington. She's got Emma Stevens boxed in a little bit there. So Emma will need to find some space to get out. She finds it going out of turn 2. Now Sophie Watts happy with the order of things as she takes off up the back straight. Victoria Smith, she goes around now. She goes around Emma Stevens. They both go around Kalinda Robinson. Sophie Watts followed by Victoria Smith. So Sophie Watts, Victoria Smith and Emma Stevens will all go through the final. So that'll finish our events for our Friday program. We'll come back at 2:30. So in about an hour and 45 minutes to begin racing our Saturday program.